All right, so I just found out that some of the videos don't match because Cengage changed some interface that they didn't let us know. So I'm going to replace a few of the videos to help you. So we are in week 4, Word Chapter 1, and you should be reading the lecture, and then you should also be completing the weekly assignments. So you read it, and then you come to this link. And this has what you should be working on this week. And one of the things you should be working on is your first textbook project. So this gives information about the textbook project, gives you some images. And this is where I'm changing the video to match Cengage, who changed stuff on us. So I'm going to click on Submit Word 2016 Chapter 1 Main Project. I'm going to click on that link, load the page. This takes you into MindTap and SAM, where you get your start file from. So again, this is Word Chapter 1, Project 1, the main textbook project. So you're following step by step in your textbook. But before you start that, you need to download some files from MindTap from SAM. This tells you the maximum number of submissions is 4. We give you 4 on this time because we give you an extra one. This is your first chapter. It tells you to disregard the textbook instructions that tell you to create a new file, because you're not creating a new file, you're using this file. So I'm going to click Start. And because I've already been in here and downloaded these files, step 2 of 2, it takes me to step 2. So if I click back, I have a link here where I can get to the reading, the electronic version of the book. We've asked you to rent the book for $7.99. We want you to have that hard copy. It's easier to complete the assignments if you have that and you follow those steps. The start file is here, and then the support file is here. So you will download these 2 files. So click and download them. Click and download Surfing. And those will then download on your browser so that they're listed here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Continue while I'm in here, because this tells me the name of the file that Sam's expecting me to upload. And what I like to do when I work on these projects, I like to select that file name so that I know I don't mess up on it. So I selected everything, not the dot, not the docx, just the file name. I hit Control-C on my keyboard. That copies this, Control-C. It copies that file name, and I'll show you when we need that in a little bit. So I've got my 2 files downloaded here, my start file and then my image file that I'm going to use in my flyer. And I'm going to, oops, I'm going to go ahead and click back, and I'm going to actually really download these because I removed them. Believe it or not, this is not the first time I've done this video. I've done it several times now because I keep changing or messing something up. So we've got these 2 files I downloaded. I'm going to open up my Word file. I'm going to enable editing. And I want to save this file in my Word Chapter 1 folder, the folders that I made last week. So I'm going to click File, Save As, Browse. I'm going to go to my desktop, Comp 101, Word, Chapter 1. And this is where this comes in handy. So this is the file that it wants to name it. I'm going to select this file name and Control-V. I'm going to replace that file name and paste Control-V, the name that I grabbed from Sam. Now, if you don't want to copy and paste, you can type this in later if you want to. Yours will be surf_flyer_ and then your first and last name. So I'm going to click Save. And that now saves my start file in my Word folder. And I'm going to do the same or a similar thing with my surfing JPEG with this image. This time I'm going to click the arrow. I'm going to click on Show in Folder. This time I'm going to right click. I'm going to copy that image. I'm going to go to my desktop, my Comp 101, Word Chapter 1, and then I'm going to paste that image in there. So what I have right now is my document and my image that I'm going to use. So if I go back to Word, and this is where I get into my textbook, I find Word Chapter 1, and I start following through step by step what the textbook tells me to do in order to create this flyer.